What's up, guys? It's Bird, or it's your boy T, and I know it's been a while. I mean, it hasn't been that long since my update video. It's been that long? Oh my god. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. Today, we're going to be talking about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. We finally got it after so long, okay? The movie is going to be released in July 31st, and I'm going to be there opening night. I'm so excited. And I've been doing nothing but theorizing on what's to come based on leaks and rumors and casting. But now we actually have some substance, and I'm so excited. But before we get into it, I have a little surprise for you. I know it's hard for some of y'all to read, so I have a method now. That's right, I have a whiteboard now. So that way we can talk about everything and I won't get off a topic, and I think this is a better way in breaking it down. Sorry for the little glare up top. I don't really know how to fix that, but it is what it is. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes here. In the beginning of the trailer, we do see that the consequences of Spider-Man No Way Home are still here. I was afraid that they were just gonna forget about it. At some point, there was even rumors that Zendaya and Ned were not gonna return at all. I'm happy that that didn't happen. Ned and MJ still know each other, and of course, Peter is forgotten by everyone in the universe. They're sticking to their guns. But after that, we see pretty much Spidey going on patrol, and he runs into Frank freaking Castle, hunting the demons throughout the streets of New York. And it seems like Spidey and Frank already know of each other already, and it would be really funny if throughout the last couple months Spider-Man has been running into Frank trying to take out these gangs, and he just doesn't like his kill rule, so he just pretty much is almost chaperoning Frank whenever he's out on the streets. I think that would be very cool, and I can't wait to see these two interact. Two people from two very different perspectives, mind you, and I love it. And I really hope they include that scene of Spider-Man going after Frank. It's that scene where Frank pretty much punches Spider-Man in the face and he's like, you're gonna need more than what you got. And I think that would be so cool. I think that this movie is going to be taking a lot from not only the Brand New Day comic, but also the Man-Spider storyline as well, and the mutation storyline that happens after Spider-Man fights Morlun in the comics. Pretty much in Brand New Day, it covers the aftermath, or reboot, if you could say that, of the Spider-Man mythos after Mephisto wipes everyone's memory of people knowing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because after the events of Civil War, everyone knew who was Spider-Man. Aunt May got sent to the hospital. It was looking very bad. And Brand New Day, everyone doesn't know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And on top of that, he also loses his marriage with Mary Jane. So they're going to be taking some beats from that, I guess. I haven't really thought too much about that, but moving on to what I've been really thinking about, the mutation and Man-Spider arc. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Spidey has mutated a lot in the comics over the years. There's the Man-Spider story where he gets multiple arms. He's mutated into actual spiders and broke out of the husk with new powers. But the one that I'm really thinking and banking on is the Morlun storyline. Morlun was hunting Spider-Man, and it was terrible. Morlun wiped the floor with this guy, and I'm hoping that maybe Morlun might be the big bad of this Spider-Man trilogy. I think that would be super cool. Morlun beats this man to the point where he almost dies, and after Morlun attacks Mary Jane, Spider-Man wakes up from the comatose state that he was in, grows pincers just to kill Morlun. And I feel like at the end of the trailer, when you get the red eyes, which kind of like goes into like the red eyes scene of him. Can you stop? Which pretty much goes into like the red eye scene that we see at the end of the trailer. I feel like that would be very cool. We're gonna go into the Bruce Banner side of things. So we know that Bruce Banner is gonna be in the movie. We know that Hulk is gonna make an appearance. I'm gonna talk about the Hulk stuff in a second when I go into my theories, but let's talk about Bruce Banner. I think Bruce Banner is gonna play the Kirk Connors role, where if anything biological really happens in the comics, Peter more or less goes to either Kirk Connors or Reed Richards. Now, since Reed Richards, technically, yeah, he's in the MCU, but he's not in the 616 universe, okay? He can't really go to him, and Kirk Connors doesn't exist in the MCU. So we're not really gonna see him there. So I like that Bruce Banner looks like he's taken up a professor role, and then I'm guessing after Peter starts experiencing the mutation, the organic webbing, he's gonna go to the only person that he knows biology better than anyone else, which is Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. And I think that's gonna be super cool. But we're gonna get back to Bruce Banner in just a second, because we have to talk about the possibility of Mr. Negative being in the movie. Now, I'm not too sure if he's in the movie, actually. Mr. Negative, Okay, so it is still a rumor. So is a rumor that Mr. Negative is going to be in this movie, and he might be the primary villain that we all don't know about. And the only reason why I say this is that there is a scene in the trailer where I think we're hearing Tombstone speak and talking about how there is almost a threat that no one can really see. You see like almost people getting taken over, and I'm guessing this takes place right after Frank is hunting the demons and Spider-Man's going after the tank, that scene, because you see that tank in that same scene and an old woman is in it, and then it's like whatever's taking her over transports to the next person and transports to the next person. Now, this could be one of two things. Either this could be Mr. Negative, or this could be Sadie Sink's character, because we have no idea who Sadie Sink is playing. We have no clue. I'm thinking that it's Mr. Negative, and I think this is also going to lead into how the Hulk is going to be coming back bigger and better than before. That scared the bejesus out of me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe what's gonna happen here is that someone is going to notice that Bruce Banner is now in New York, and if this is Mr. Negative, he's gonna try and take over Bruce Banner's mind and activate the Savage Hulk persona, so that way we get Savage Hulk back before we get into Doomsday and Secret Wars, which I think would be such a good idea, because I'm not gonna lie, I like Professor Hulk, but I feel like they rushed the story arc for the Hulk to get to that point. So you know what, let's dial it back. Let's go back to the Incredible Hulk. Let's enjoy some of that for a while, yeah? And then we go into other villains that we know are in here. I forgot to put Tombstone here. Tombstone is in the movie. We know this based off the leaks. But there's also going to be Scorpion, Boomerang, and Tarantula. Now, I feel like these three guys either might be lackeys of Mr. Negative, or it might be that Scorpion is the lackey of Mr. Negative, or the Hand, or whatever's going on, and Boomerang and Tarantula might be in like a compilation of Peter just being Spider-Man and doing Spider-Man stuff. I hope we get to see Boomerang and Tarantula in action, because if you guys are aware, at least for Boomerang, he ends up being Peter's roommate throughout the Brand New Day line of comics. So I feel like it would be really cool to have like another character that really just knows Peter and is also a villain that Peter goes after, even though Boomerang kind of ends up being an ally, kind of not. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But Tarantula, I don't know if he's gonna be like a villain that's gonna be an issue, more or less, because I mean, Tarantula is a D-list villain at best. I don't think anybody's excited for Tarantula. And then we get to the Hand. The Hand shows up in this movie, okay? Shows up in the trailer. Now, what I'm thinking is that the demons and the Hand are working together, or the demons are a branch of the Hand. Because if you guys remember, technically in the MCU's timeline, the last time that we saw the Hand was in Defenders, and ever since then, we haven't seen them around. So what if the Hand has returned, and a way of them returning is through Martin Lee's demons? What if that is what's going on? That would be insane. But let's go into theory time. What I think this movie mainly is going to be about, it's going to introduce the whole Man-Spider saga to the MCU. I think throughout this trilogy, it's going to be, you know, again, throughout Spider-Man's adult years, you know, dealing with college and stuff like that. But I'm also thinking that this is a way to connect Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones. They're making Spider-Man more of a street tier character again, and I actually really enjoy it. Because I'm gonna be real, I think a lot of people have had enough of Spider-Man just being an Avenger. He's more than that, he's his own superhero. When it comes to the street level, Spider-Man is like the Superman of the Marvel Universe when it comes to that. And the reason why I say this is because of the Hand, because who goes hand in hand, pun intended, with the Hand? Daredevil. Okay, and the fact that Frank is in this movie, that might be our connecting link. What people have been wanting to see, and what the MCU has been teasing ever since No Way Home, has been Daredevil and Spider-Man teaming up. They've been teasing it. So what if in this trilogy we see a Spider-Man and Daredevil team up? I think that's a chef's kiss. I think at the end of the movie, what's gonna happen is that Mr. Negative is gonna try and take over Bruce Banner's mind, and it will lead to Savage Hulk once again breaking out and letting loose, which would be insane. And I could see that happening as almost a way for Mr. Negative to possibly get away at the end of the movie, and may even be an overarching problem for Spidey throughout this new trilogy. And then we get into Sadie Sink's character. We saw her a couple of times in the trailer, and that little like green coat, and she was also in that little scene where she's behind the glass. I had a theory that she was going to be Kitty Pryde, because in the Ultimate Comics, Kitty Pryde and Spidey went to school together, so it would have been very cool to see that again. But then at the same time, she could have just walked through that glass. I'm not sure if... Actually, let me look this up before I say anything. Okay, so I can actually say this. Kitty Pryde's not weak to walking through glass, so that doesn't make any sense to me unless they have like some sort of power dampening collar on her. We do see her tied to a chair with these special looking cuffs, so maybe. People are saying that she's Jean Grey. I don't really think so, because we are about to get into the mutant saga after Secret Wars, and it wouldn't make sense to introduce Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie like this. It wouldn't really make any sense. I don't really know. If she could be Screwball for all we know, which would honestly suck. I do not want Screwball in this movie. Now, when it comes to the actual mutation arc, I don't think we're gonna see 6-armed Spider-Man in this movie. I think this is gonna be an overarching problem that's gonna be continuously happening, and this is also a way to give Spider-Man, at least this version of Spider-Man, more of a power amp of sorts, to give him maybe even more abilities. I don't think we're gonna see the pincers per se, but maybe it'll have better spider sense, maybe even better strength, which would make Tom Holland's Spider-Man already more busted than he already is, because we already know this man is incredibly durable and incredibly strong as well. Also, when it comes to the MJ and Ned storyline, I think what's gonna happen is, again, they're gonna kind of know that they know this Peter guy from somewhere. He's gonna seem familiar, because remember, they forgot who Peter is, but they didn't forget who Spider-Man is. So there's gonna be this little gap in their lives that they're just gonna be like, wait, who was that? What does this mean? Even Bruce Banner's like, what's your name again? And the reason why that is so important, and I almost forgot to talk about this, I think we're gonna get that scene at the end of the Hulk and Spider-Man fight, where Hulk is like, wait a minute. And when he snaps out of Mr. Negative's control, he's gonna be like, I remember you, Peter. But like, he's not gonna say it like that. I think he's gonna say it in like, you know, Hulk's broken English type of speak. You know what I'm saying? The little baby talk, I think. He's gonna remember who Peter is, because in the comics, Hulk is one of the only people that remember who Peter is, because again, Hulk and Banner are two different people, okay? Two different mindsets. So that would be really cool, and if they don't do that, that's such a missed opportunity if they don't do it. So I think they will. But what do you guys think will happen in the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie? This is so far what I have. I've been theorizing and theorizing for weeks. So now that we've gotten answers, it's incredible now, and the movie looks like it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for this new trilogy and to see where they take Peter Parker in making him his own Spider-Man. My hope is that by the end of this trilogy, he is his own hero and the perfect Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland is gonna go down as the best Spider-Man in history with this second trilogy. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section. And I know I've been gone for a while, and I know I was supposed to release a Halo video, but I thought this was like a better time than any to release some content for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed stuff like this, let me know down in the comment section below. And also leave a like and turn on the notification bell, and also subscribe. We're getting closer to 600 subs. And I almost forgot to say this for some reason, but I also stream on Twitch. I've been streaming on there for the past year. I stream on Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 to midnight, and then on Saturdays we play from 10:30 p.m. to pretty much whatever time, playing whatever game Eastern time. I've been on there more consistently, and we've been building a following over there. So if you guys want to see me over there, just click the link in the description. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, for Mandalore, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.